Perfectly timed for the holiday season, Disney will be re-gifting Tim Burton's stop-motion classic The Nightmare Before Christmas back onto Blu-ray and DVD in a number of very special 25th anniversary editions. As of right now, the 25th anniversary edition of Nightmare Before Christmas only seems to be creeping its way onto shelves in the US, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it appear in other territories perhaps closer to Christmas, though the movie is still readily available in most places in its original editions. In this video, I will go over the various different versions of the film scaring its way into stores very soon. With no press release as such announced for this edition, it makes it difficult to go over the release specs and special features, but I'll still go over all of this stuff based on the previous releases of the movie. I'll also give my final thoughts on the movie's new releases and answer the age-old question, is it worth the upgrade? This isn't going to be a very long one, but on your screens is the list of topics I'll be covering in this video. If you're more interested in checking out some over others, then please feel free to skip forward via the time codes I provided down below in the comments. Otherwise, you are of course more than welcome to stick with me for the long run. The 25th anniversary edition of Nightmare Before Christmas will be released on Blu-ray in the United States and presumably Canada on the 4th of September 2018, with the DVD edition already having been released on the 5th of August 2018. The film is also currently available on digital platforms. The Nightmare Before Christmas will release in a Blu-ray and digital code combo pack, marketed not only as the 25th anniversary edition, but also as the sing-along edition. This doesn't mean the movie itself will be a sing-along edition, but as with past Disney releases which have come with this function, this will be an optional way to view the film via the special features menu, and it will probably look something like this.
Let it go, let it go.
Alright, that is enough of that. Unlike previous editions of this movie on Blu-ray, this edition won't come with a DVD copy, but does come packaged in a nice new slipcover featuring artwork I'm not sure I've seen on any home media releases previously. Again, it's just unfortunate that this new slip sports those terrible Watch Anywhere and multi-screen banners. Of course, a standard DVD-only edition of the movie is available for those who just want the movie on DVD. There's nothing special about the packaging here. It will likely come with no slipcover, and it will also likely come with no special features, and it doesn't seem to be featuring the sing-along functionality. A limited edition glow-in-the-dark steelbook will be released exclusively through Best Buy, featuring the Blu-ray and digital copy. While I don't think the artwork on this one is incredibly inspired, I'm keen to see how the glow-in-the-dark looks on this one in hand. Definitely suits the movie perfectly, and it's nice to see Disney trying these unique designs. This one doesn't note the sing-along edition on the cover, but it will come with the same disc from the standard release. Disney will also be releasing another of their gorgeous special edition digipacks exclusively through Target, which comes packaged with an incredibly substantial 40-page gallery book, which looks to feature tons of images and behind-the-scenes insights from the film. Unlike the Steelbook edition, this one does make an effort to mention the sing-along edition on the cover. I personally really like the artwork on this one and can imagine it'll be a really nice finished product. This one also comes packaged with the Blu-ray and digital code and no DVD. Additionally, FYE will be exclusively releasing an exclusive version of the standard edition, packaged with 4 glow-in-the-dark postcards and an exclusive wrap. Not sure what exclusive wrap means. I'm thinking that just means that this version comes with an exclusive J card and thus not a slipcover, as the release artwork would imply. If so, that's kind of an odd move. Let's now take a look at the release specs of Nightmare Before Christmas's 25th anniversary edition. Again, no press release has been released to media surrounding this edition, but we can assume that following Disney's past re-release trends, this will likely be a reissue of the same transfer that has always been featured on the Blu-rays, which isn't an enormous issue considering this movie has always looked great on the format with a beautifully immersive 7.1 Dolby True HD audio track. I certainly can't see a whole lot of room for improvement for this film on home media, unless of course it received a 4K ultra high definition treatment. The only thing that this release is lacking is the great 3D transfer that was released on Blu-ray in 2011. However, given Disney's current stance on 3D home media, as well as the market push to move away from the format, this seems like an obvious move, and it's likely that this version will never find another release again. Now let's take a look at the special features we can expect to find on this release. It seems that the only new special feature on this release will likely be the option to play it with a sing-along function. Again, it should look something like this.
Love is an open door.
Okay, no more of that, please. While these sing-along editions aren't all that great and are really only aimed at kids, this movie's soundtrack certainly holds a cult status, and I can imagine this edition could enhance Halloween or Christmas parties for those wanting to belt out the movie's tunes, and I certainly give Disney props for putting in the effort to provide something new. The original release of the film came with a great bundle of features, which will likely be ported over to the new disc. These were an audio commentary by producer Tim Burton, director Henry Sellick, and composer Danny Elfman, Tim Burton's original Nightmare Before Christmas poem narrated by Christopher Lee, the making of Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, a 25-minute documentary on the film, 3 The Worlds of The Nightmare Before Christmas featurettes, 3 deleted storyboards, 4 deleted animated sequences, storyboard to film comparisons, What's This? Jack's Haunted Mansion Holiday Tour, Tim Burton's original Frankenweenie short film, as well as his Vincent short film, and a collection of posters and trailers. Okay, let's get on to my final thoughts for this release. In the past, Disney have been notoriously poor with some of their re-releases, often not giving them the treatment they deserve. However, Nightmare Before Christmas has always been an exception to this, as a cult favourite with an enormous fan base. Nightmare is so lucrative for Disney, in fact, that it's one of only a very small handful of their Touchstone Pictures releases that were re-released under the Disney banner in later years. It has already received a number of great additions in the past, and it's nice to see that Disney are releasing a few more for its 25th anniversary. I absolutely think that it's a shame that there's no 4K release of this, though the movie does look fantastic on Blu-ray to begin with. I think a 4K release could have given it an extra edge, especially when it comes to black levels and colours. Though I do wonder, given the age of the stop-motion source, whether much more can be pulled out of this one. Regardless, it does seem like a missed opportunity for Disney to continue pillaging their animated back catalogue in Ultra HD. I'm sure it would be a huge seller, maybe for the 30th anniversary. My personal favourite of the new editions is probably the Target release. These are always fantastic releases, and I really love the artwork on this one. Though it's not incredibly unique or original, I do feel like I've seen it or variations of it splashed across merchandise at Disneyland before. And although the artwork isn't all that great, I do love the idea of the glow-in-the-dark steelbook. Again, I'm really looking forward to seeing that one in hand. I am not an enormous fan of The Nightmare Before Christmas. Don't get me wrong, I do like the movie, and I can appreciate and respect what it did for animation, specifically stop motion. I already owned the original 2D edition and the 3D re-release, and I only watch it every second or third Christmas, so I personally don't see any real need to be triple dipping on this one for myself. For the rest of you, if you don't own the movie already and would like to, do you buy the new edition or do you track down an old one? I think if you don't own this movie already, you'll be pretty set buying one of the new editions of the film, unless you can track down an older edition on sale somewhere, as I'm sure some of these will still be readily available for a while. However, don't expect to find an older release with a slipcover at this stage. Also, the lack of 3D copy with this release may be a turn-off for some buyers, so if you are after that one, again, I don't ever see Disney re-releasing that one, so your best bet is probably to try and track down the old release, but expect to be paying a pretty penny for that one all this time later. Those who already own the movie aren't an enormous fan and don't really care too much about lavish new packaging or sing-along functionality, isn't worth the double dip. No, honestly, I don't think so. There's very little new on offer here, content-wise, for old buyers, except for that of cosmetic value. So, if you already own this movie and don't care for a sing-along, or for a glow-in-the-dark steel, or for a box set, just hold on to your old copy. For those who are enormous fans of this movie, is it worth the upgrade? Absolutely. As a collector myself, I know there's no greater thing than a gorgeous new release of my favourite movie on home media, regardless of new transfers or features. This set is being released in a number of fantastic new special editions that I know will be incredibly hard for hardcore fans to pass on. And those who love the movie's songs will find particular pleasure in the movie's new sing-along option. But getting quick, these definitely won't be sitting under the Christmas tree for long. I should also mention that every version of this movie that's being released will be region free, so if you are looking to import this one from the States, you'll have no trouble playing it. And at that is all from me for this video. I hope that I've helped make your purchasing decisions all the easier, and you have a good idea of which version or versions of The Nightmare Before Christmas's 25th anniversary edition you'll be packaging together, if any at all. Let me know your decisions in the comments below. If this is your first time viewing my channel, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like this in the future, then please hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen right now and hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to check out my many social media accounts and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope I'll see you all again soon. Until next time, take care and I hope you have a wonderful day.